So we got another video right here, chat. Next reaction we got: when a criminal is smarter than the police. This one is my man's DABABY. But before we get into that, I am live on Twitch, and you could be a part of the chat too. What's my Twitch, you may ask? Check it out right here.
If you don't sub,
the amendment can't save you. I'ma tie your ass up. I'ma
But without any further ado, let's get straight to it.
I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me. I would be charged with it. That's what I know, bro.
Facts.
in January of 2020, DABABY, aka Jonathan Kirk, was supposed to be playing a show at a nightclub in Miami. But when the owner paid him only $20 out of the $30,000 he owed him, things got out of hand fast. The victim alleged that Kirk punched him in the face multiple times before he was attacked by more of Kirk's crew. He was beaten up and knocked to the ground before being robbed for his phone, his credit card, and $80 cash. The only footage of the event was this piece of obscured CCTV footage. Kirk fled the scene in a black SUV before returning to the hotel a few hours later, only to be met by both of the victims and a team of police waiting to arrest him. He was escorted to the police station and told he was only there as part of an investigation.
Shit, we just gotta do our investigation and that's it.
But as it would turn out, the investigation wouldn't be that simple. And unfortunately for the cops, Kirk spent his hour in the interrogation room displaying exactly what to do in this situation.
Man, you already know he gonna know what to do, bro. One, he's in the public eye. He knows this video was gonna happen, and he know his face is gonna be plastered all over it. In 2020, he was the hottest rapper alive. So he's already knowing, you feel me, that he gotta move a little differently. Secondly, you feel me, he a street nigga. You feel me? He know how to move around them boys, gang, to avoid, you know, this, that, and the third or whatever. But let's see what he
making
does.
the cops' lives as difficult as he possibly could.
What's your full name?
Come on, bro.
We just want to get for you. This is just a formality. Just name, date of birth, and all that stuff.
Immediately, it's obvious that this isn't going to be an easy one for the detectives. Kirk starts off by refusing to answer any of the officer's questions, even just regarding his own name. He's already been read his Miranda rights, informing him that he has the right to remain silent, so it seems as though he's choosing to do just that. Interestingly, however, he is choosing to waive his right to a lawyer, and let's be honest here, it's not because he can't afford it. The best course of action if you're ever put in this scenario is to stay silent and ask for a lawyer. But this time, Kirk is confident that he'll be able to wriggle out of this himself, as long as he chooses his words carefully.
An incident occurred at the hotel, 1500 Southwest First Avenue, that you were there for, correct?
What incident?
An incident. You had an altercation with somebody?
No.
You didn't. Did you have any business dealing with somebody?
No.
You didn't.
No.
So somebody didn't bring you $20,000 in front of the hotel in your SUV?
No. Somebody bring $20,000 that wasn't theirs and lied to them and told them that it was for an event of theirs on the 31st. And lied to them. That person, once he realized they were doing bad business, said nah and left for his $20,000.
Okay, so you didn't count.
And got my contact information to do business the right way. That's what happened.
Around what time was this, sir?
I don't know. Whatever time they told you. Whatever time the camera showed me not robbing no damn body. Yeah.
Kirk is claiming that he had nothing to do with anything that happened outside. His story is somewhat unclear, but he's essentially saying that his manager was talking with an event promoter about playing at a nightclub called Cafe Iguana Pines. But it turns out the money that they were offering was stolen, and the promoter was acting strange during the deal. So instead of taking it and going through with it anyway, he told them to get their act together and left without an argument. This, of course, does not explain the altercation outside that was clearly caught on camera, but with the footage unclear and no witnesses nearby to identify the assailants, as long as Kirk sticks to his story, theoretically, things should be perfectly fine.
Common sense. It's common sense. You know what I made to even be down here? A promoter booked me at that hotel. I didn't pay to be at the hotel. That was paid for. You'd have let me in my room, you would have saw close to $250,000 cash, legally, hard-earned money. I don't got to take nothing from nobody, bro.
So let me ask you this.
I will go outside here right now and throw $10,000 in the air. Like, I do not care about money. I legally, hard-earned money.
He
I don't got
flexing
to take
on
nothing from nobody.
gotta take. I mean, that be facts. Like that's a good angle. Like, nigga, look. I don't have to take nothing from nobody, gang. Like, you feel me? Even though he lied.
I will go outside here right now and throw $10,000 in the air. Like, I do not care about no money. I don't.
Was there an argument?
No, it was an argument. I didn't argue with a soul. My voice was never raised. There was never aggressive language from me. None of that.
Was there a fight?
None of that. No, I ain't seen no fight. And nothing was taken. We shouldn't be in no robbery, bro. So when y'all get done doing what y'all doing, y'all need to do y'all job. Y'all need to follow y'all process. And y'all need to arrest whoever gave y'all these false allegations, bro. This bullshit.
While it may just look like
lying,
Kirk
bro.
is flexing his rapper money here, this is actually a very good point for him to bring up in this situation.
Facts.
If he's doing random $30,000 deals on a weekday and paying for hundreds of thousands of people per month, what does he need $80 and an iPhone for? The further he can place himself from this event, both literally and figuratively, the better. From Kirk's point of view, he was nowhere near that crime. He had no reason to commit that crime, and he has sound and reasonable explanation for his whereabouts at the time. However, from the detective's side, a crime was committed, and Kirk's vehicle was right there as it happened. So they need to try and extract the information needed to piece his day together to come up with a
This
story.
is one of them situations where it's like, dang, this shit is loud. It's one of them situations where it's like, they have enough information to know it's him, but they do not have enough information to make an arrest. So they're kind of in a tough situation to where they have him here and he's denying. And it's like, fuck, we're not going to get him to admit it, but we don't have enough damning evidence for it to hold up in court. Because he could just say it's not him, he's not there. Oh, that's my vehicle. That don't mean I'm in my vehicle. You feel me? Somebody else could be driving my vehicle. You know, he could just make a bunch of different excuses.
Story that Kirk cannot argue with. That forces him into a confession.
When I encountered you in the hotel, you came back to the concierge, the counter.
Yeah.
Where were you coming from at that point?
Prime, whatever the hell I went to eat. I went to get some food.
Where is that?
Ocean
I
Prime.
don't remember.
You don't know?
No,
How'd you get there?
in the car.
What kind of car? Was it a car you drove? Somebody else drove?
Uber, bro.
A Uber?
Yeah,
What kind of car was it? Small car, SUV, truck? What?
I don't know. Let's talk about what matters.
He talking about let's talk
Why
about
we're
it.
here.
Let's talk about what y'all need to get me about this stuff. When I'm driving in the car, what I went to go eat, what time I went, that don't have nothing to do with the fact I ain't robbed a damn soul. Me, nobody around me, ain't nobody robbing.
They
nobody.
trying to capture him and say like, oh, how are you using this car to go get some Ocean Prime, but you're yada yada. This car is here at this time, and we can see it. They trying to
I'm
capture
taking the
him.
word robbery out of the picture.
So while we here, we taking the word robbery out of the picture. Y'all robbery detective. This is robbery unit. That's the second word he said. That's the second word he said when he came in here. Robbery. Come on, bro.
Okay, listen.
He told me he asked to question me about a robbery when I walked in my hotel. Robbery. I had every answer to the question you needed right there. Whoa, that ain't it. That's false. I throw that out the window. We talking about robbery, bro. It's nothing for me to talk about. I didn't rob.
So do you think that we just woke up this morning and decided to just...
I think y'all got a phone call from somebody that's already a liar. I know they're a liar. Got a phone call from somebody that's a liar and y'all bought it. Y'all believe this. Y'all got me in here and y'all put me in handcuffs. Brought me outside the hotel in handcuffs, cameras and shit all on me. Come on, bro. This shit is bad for what I got going on. and I ain't even do shit to that man.
Even without a lawyer present, Kirk
He
knows
cooking.
exactly what to do.
He cooking.
He currently has the upper hand in this interrogation and needs to keep it that way.
He cooking.
The cops are searching for anything that puts Kirk at the scene of the crime, but by redirecting the conversation away from that, back to what he thinks is actually important, there's no realistic way that they'll be able to get what they need. But even though he's winning, it's still worth noting how strange it is that he's not asking for a lawyer. Kirk obviously knows exactly what to do in an interrogation and has clearly spent time learning what to do. If that's true, he should also know that there's next to no scenarios where lawyering up will harm his case. But whether it's an ego thing or just a lapse in his thinking, Kirk is definitely still winning this interrogation. But he's about to start absolutely dominating.
We talking about criminals. When I do business, it's legally binding. It's legally binding. Everything I do, you have to sign a contract.
Yep.
You got to sign a contract.
Okay,
It's
so
a contract
you're telling
right
me that
now.
that whole incident happened and nothing went wrong. Nothing happened. There was no.
Not to my knowledge.
There was no fight. There was no scuffle. There was no.
I ain't fighting nobody. But y'all know it's too much. Y'all know too many lies. You get what I'm saying? That's why
Too
y'all
much.
got to move backwards like that, bro. Like,
You're saying that they're lies, but you don't know what we have or don't have.
okay.
That's why
I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we
Facts.
wouldn't even be talking.
Facts.
Y'all would have cuffed me. I would be
Facts.
charged with it.
Facts.
That's what I know, bro.
Facts.
That's
They
what I
can
know.
only question you about something they do not know. They're asking questions because they don't know. You feel me? In every other situation, they're asking because they know. You feel me? But look though, they know, but they gotta have proof. They can't just go off of what they know. They gotta have proof. They gotta have living proof, gang. And they don't have proof. If they had a video of him on camera, he damn right. He would have been cuffed. He would have been charged. There would have been no questions. What do you question him for? If you already know he did it. You feel me?
Now, while this isn't necessarily true in every case, it is absolutely true here. If you're in an interrogation room and the cops are trying to find out details of the case and accusing you of a crime instead of charging you immediately, it very likely means that they're missing the details needed to charge you. In the vast majority of cases, an interrogation is only done to extract a confession when they
exactly.
don't have enough evidence to easily convict you otherwise.
Exactly.
There are a few other niche scenarios, such as trying to figure out why you committed a crime, but it's often very easy to distinguish why exactly you're there based on what you know about the event and what questions they're asking.
Facts.
If the cops know that you're guilty and have irrefutable evidence, cooperation has a lot of merit. But if they can't prove you did what they say you did, stay silent and ask for a lawyer, especially if you're innocent.
We're
I
trying to
ain't
hear
no
your
fool.
side of the story.
My side of the story is I ain't done that. I don't have a side of the story because I ain't done nothing to nobody. Bro.
So that's what I want.
And before something could be done to me,
happened, right?
and before something could be done to me, I realized I was dealing with bad
Bad
business.
business.
And I
Why do you
removed
say it was
myself
bad
from
business?
it. What?
Why do you say it was bad
I
business?
already told y'all that. You want to rewind this? You want to rewind it, bro?
You're supposed to
I
write
already
it
told
down.
y'all, bro. My story not going to come out different no matter how many times I say it, bro.
Yeah, facts.
It's not, bro. It's right here. So you press
Read
stop
it.
and rewind and play, you're going to hear. That's why I
Facts.
said it was bad business, bro. Come on, bro. This nigga blowing my phone up all day, all night. He needed my help for his event. He already was in deep water because he's already doing, and I see why, he's already doing bad business. You see what I'm saying? He has an event that wasn't going to go as planned. He needed me to make up for that. He needed me to cover his ass, so he brought in another person, lied to him, swindled him. He thinking he coming to book me for a whole different event, and they tricking him, got him paying me to come do a walk through the night. Come on, bro. These niggas full of shit. And matter of fact, check them cameras. Y'all got crime scene investigation unit out there, check the cameras. See him meet up with somebody else in the lobby. Ask him, hey, who's that? Ask him. Follow up on what I'm telling y'all.
That's what we're trying to
I mean,
do.
at the end of the day, I would expect people to act on common sense anyway.
The cops have realized that they're definitely not getting anything out of him
That's
for
a W
now.
play because
He's
he
told
knows
his
he
side of
knows
the
he did it. He know he did it, but he's saying check the cameras because if Because he knows they already checked the cameras and they found nothing. So he telling them, check the cameras to make it seem like he's just overwhelmingly confident. You know what I'm saying? It's a smart play.
Story and made it clear that it won't be changing, no matter what they say. So, as is the protocol here, the detectives decide to leave the room and spend some time outside trying to come up with their next move. This is also often done as it gives the suspect time alone in the room to sit and build up anxiety.
Build up anxiety.
In many cases, it can actually be the difference between breaking through a suspect or not. But in this case, Kirk literally just shut his eyes and went to sleep. This dude really does not
He
care.
fell asleep?
He just shut his eyes and went
He
to
don't
sleep.
give a fuck.
This dude really does not care.
He nonchalant, bro.
However, it seems as though the detectives couldn't come up with their next step and decided that
To just
nothing
let
was
him
going to
go.
make this guy budge. The next time a detective returned, it was regarding the security of Kirk's belongings that had been left in his hotel room. Even though he hasn't been convicted yet, he was still the prime suspect of this investigation, so he'd be spending some time in jail while they figured out what to do and gathered all the evidence they could. So they just had to figure out what to do with his stuff while he was locked up. But obviously, Kirk refused to let them touch his stuff and just let the hotel deal with it. Kirk was facing a possible sentence of up to 15 years in prison plus a $10,000 fine, plus any charges they could slap him with for the battery. That's
God
only
damn.
if they could gather enough evidence, though. Evidence they absolutely were not getting from
not,
Kirk,
yeah.
or the blocked security footage that was the only evidence the crime even took place. So just after 48 hours in jail, DABABY was released and sent on his way. Just 2 months later, all charges were dropped, and he
yup.
remained a free man.
Hey, cooked him. Cooked him. Cooked him. Cooked him. Cooked him. Cooked. W DABABY. W DABABY. Hey. Hey. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When you see W Cooks, you can't hate on W Cooks, man. Because I was W Cooks, I ain't gonna lie.